Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel and happy Wax Wednesday. No, it is not a Bars to Jars Wax Wednesday. I do apologize, but I am hoping and aiming to pick back up with Bars to Jars next Wednesday, so definitely stay tuned for that. Nope, this Wax Wednesday, we are going to be diving into my bin of empties and talk about what we have been warming, diffusing, and all of that jazz, because it has already been a week and a half, friends. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the oils, because I'm so proud of myself that I was able to remember to set the oils aside and bring them in here when I was done with them. So pat on the back for me, because I always forget. One of my absolute favorite oils, and if this ever discontinues, I'm going to buy it by the truckload. Awesome Apple. This is such a good oil. I love this. This is such a wonderful, I want to say like earthy apple scent. It is so nice. I love this one. If you like fruity type oils, and if you like apple scents, this is so good. It is so, so good. And I'm actually almost done with this bottle. I think I've got maybe 2 more uses out of this one. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Love this one. Like I said, if they ever decide to discontinue this, your girl is buying it by the truckload. Love it. Okay, another one I am working on here is cardamom and vanilla, and I love this one as well. Love it. This is just, I love anything like vanilla based, but that cardamom just adds an extra kind of spicy element to it that I love it. So, so nice. So, working on that, and I love it. So that is cardamom and vanilla. Another vanilla based scent that's like one of my favorites here is marshmallow buttercream. Obviously I was in the mood for for those vanilla based scents. So good. And this is just a good traditional like vanilla scent. So if you like vanilla scents and you want to diffuse vanilla type scents, this is a really, really good one. Marshmallow buttercream. I also finally broke out and tried our Harvest collection oils. I know. I know a lot of you are like, you've probably already used these up entirely and you're already moving on to your holiday scents. I know. I'm a little bit behind the game, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and talk about these. I loved them. Matcha chamomile was one of them, and this one is really nice. One of the things I do really like about these like holiday sets or these like limited time oil sets is that they come in these smaller bottles, so you are like, you're not committed to a huge bottle if you wind up not liking one particular oil. But then again, it's also really sad when you really like one and you only have the smaller bottle, but that's okay. It gives you a chance to try some new things. And with our diffusers, you don't need a ton of drops. I myself will usually do 5-6 drops in our premium diffusers, and in the deluxe diffuser, I'll usually do 10 to 12 drops. Just depends on the scent, but that's kind of like my baseline. And this one is nice. It's pretty light. Like honestly, it's really light. This was almost indetectable, but you could like get a little hint of that like chamomile kind of vibe, but really super light. Let me tell you what I did love. Oh my gosh, this is the one that I would buy in a big dang old bottle. I would buy it in a vat, and that is the graham cracker crumble. This is so good. It's really, really good. And that's why, like if you are a lover of bakery, this is just, I don't know how they captured the smell of a graham cracker in an oil. I have no idea. I don't need to know. It just smells so good. It's so spot on. It's really, really nice. And once again, I get that feel of like a vanilla type of base. So this, I'm a huge fan of. So love that one. And then the last one out of the Harvest collection that I was able to diffuse was the rosemary shortbread. And this one's good. I really like this one. I like the smell of rosemary, and the rosemary in this, you do definitely smell that, and it really does smell like that rosemary bread. Like you do actually like smell like a kind of a bready note to this. Sean he hates the smell of rosemary. So I was very like limited with like how much I was using of this, but it's nice. I really love the smell of rosemary and I would have gone hog wild. In fact, I think the rest of this I'll probably use in my deluxe diffuser in the office because he doesn't usually enjoy the diffusing of the oils in the office. So usually it's just downstairs as well as in our bedroom. So I think I'll probably keep this one in the office. So that's it for oils. Okay, let's go ahead. One more thing and then we will talk about what wax I was getting through. Blue Grotto body wash. I stocked up on this stuff because this is Sean's absolute favorite. Well, he has a lot of favorite scents. This is definitely, I would say this probably is his number one. I was gonna say either this or Blueberry Cheesecake. He also loves Harbor's Edge. He also really loves Oodles of Orange, but I think this may have to be his number one. So when this showed up in the clearance section, and right before it retired as well, I stocked up on a bunch of these. So he got through a Blue Grotto. And one thing I will tell you, so I got a body wash in one of my like subscription box things, not from Scentsy, but it's like a beauty subscription box. And so there was a body wash that came in that one. And so that's what I'm using right now. I had no idea how, like, I've always liked our body washes, but I never realized just how actually hydrating our body washes are until I am now using something else just to get through it. My skin is so insanely dry, and it's not just because of the change of season, because just out of curiosity, I used some of Sean's body wash because he's staying true to Scentsy. I used some of his body wash the other day just to see if I could feel a difference in my skin. 100% I could. And I was amazed just because I've always liked our body wash, but I didn't feel like it was I didn't feel like it was anything like super spectacular. I don't want to come across the wrong, I'm not bashing it. I've always really liked it, but I didn't think it was like a game changer. I didn't necessarily feel like extra hydration, like you feel from like our bath bombs and Scentsy Soak. We don't have the bath bombs anymore, but the Scentsy Soak, you feel like that extra moisture and hydration in your skin after you're done taking a bath. This I never really felt. I definitely felt clean, but I never felt like the tightness. Oh man, the stuff I'm using right now, I feel my skin just feels so tight and then dry afterwards. It's so crazy. And then, like I said, the other night when I used some of Sean's, I was like, oh man, my skin feels so much better just using this even once. So kudos to Scentsy. I will never do that again. Okay. Let's talk some wax here. Now, a very, very special shout out to a very special friend of mine, Sharon. She is so insanely sweet. We have been talking off and on here a little while, and she was telling me, hey, I have this scent. I want to know, you know, if it ever comes back, definitely let me know. I don't know why it hasn't come up for Bring Back My Bar for voting or anything, but let me know if you hear of Raspberry Danish. She said, definitely let me know, like, because I will stockpile it. I will add it to my club. Like, it is so, so good. And she asked if I've ever smelled it. And I said, no, I haven't, but it sounds amazing because I am there for all the bakery. I am absolutely there for all the bakery. And I love raspberry and I love bakery. So I was like, wow, that sounds like it smells amazing. And so she said, well, I want to send you a bar of it. And I'm like, no, you don't have to, like, because I totally get when you have a bar that you can't get anymore and you kind of hoard it. I totally understand that because I do that with some of my bars that you can't get anymore. She was persistent and she really, really, really wanted me to experience this bar, and I'm so happy she did because it is amazing. Check out this packaging, you guys. So this is like, I don't want to say original Scentsy packaging because technically original Scentsy packaging was just one bulk bar. It wasn't even divided up into cubes, but this was when our bars were square and they didn't have the curve. Oh, spoiler alert, I guess you're seeing what else I was warming. But yeah, so check out how that looks. And obviously we have the more dated logo, and you've got the new logo here. But this scent, oh man, Sharon, you were not kidding. This is so good and crazy strong, crazy strong. So good. And this was back when bars were a little bit smaller. These bars were 2.4 ounces, where our bars now are 3.2 ounces. So a little bit smaller, but the cubes were significantly bigger. Like, I just popped one of these cubes into each of my warmers, and I would say it's equivalent to like a cube and a half, pushing 2 cubes of this here. Probably more like a cube and a half, but this was so fun. Let me know if you are a Scentsy OG. Have you ever experienced Raspberry Danish? Because this is so good. You get that sweet tart raspberry, and then you do get that like buttery pastry kind of scent from this. It's so good. It's so good. I love this so much. And like I said, powerhouse. I was pleasantly surprised. So even Sean, I had this warming for the first time. And then when I have it going in here, and when I turned it off, because I was done upstairs for the day, Sean had come upstairs and he smelled it even like hours after it was off. And he was like, what does that smell? I'm like, that's right. Thanks, Sharon. So this was so good. And thank you again, Sharon, for allowing me to experience that. I really hope that they do bring it back for Bring Back My Bar, because that's amazing. Speaking of Bring Back My Bar, since you already just saw, sweet plum pastry. I got through 2 of my original bars of sweet plum pastry. You guys know how I feel about this. This is absolutely amazing. And guess what, friends? It's coming back for Bring Back My Bar. That's right. And I haven't actually done a video yet explaining this, but I guess here it is. Bring Back My Bar is no longer launching on December 1st. It is now pushed up to November 23rd. It should last through the entire month of December, or while supplies last. I would say this scent is gonna sell out first. But what I wanna let you guys know, Scentsy does such an amazing job at preparing Bring Back My Bar. I'm not saying that things don't sell out fast, generally speaking, because we all know things do sell out very fast when it comes to Scentsy. But with Bring Back My Bar, you really see Bring Back My Bar scents stay available pretty much through their promotion month, or if they do sell out, it's usually towards the end of the month. So I would say if it is going to sell out, if scents are going to sell out, it'd probably be mid to late December is what I would assume. But November 23rd, sweet plum pastry is coming back. Love this so much. This is just, it's a sweet plum pastry. It really is. Like, you smell the sweet plum. There is like this richness and this buttery, flaky crust, and it's just decadent. I love it. This is in my club. It's gonna stay in my club. I may actually increase the bars in my club. We'll see. But this will give you a chance to try it. If it's not in your club, I would highly recommend adding it. I got through, this is super random, I got through a bar and a half of hazelnut frosting. This one is one that is also in my club and will stay in my club. I love this. This is another, I was going for like the rich bakery scents. So good. And this is just, it's a very rich hazelnutty, rich buttercream frosting. It's divine. This one will also forever stay in my club because it's amazing. And this is also another really good one, very similar to Happy Birthday, which I actually think I have in here. Yep, sure do. Similar to Happy Birthday, where like if you have a scent that you're wanting to give more of a bakery note to it, this is a really great one if you have this one laying around and you're wondering what to do with it, because this one for a lot of people was a little too sweet, a little too like cloying. So if you're looking for something to do with these types of scents, mix it up. You can totally mix it. And I know it sounds weird, mix it with a floral. You're gonna see another fantastic mix that I had done. You can mix this with honestly anything and it's gonna smell amazing. Did I mix? I don't think I mixed this one, did I? I had an alternating warmers, Happy Birthday, and from the Mix It collection, Spun Sugar and Vanilla. So Happy Birthday just smells like funfetti birthday cake. It smells divine. I love it. And then Spun Sugar and Vanilla It smells very similar to pink haze and sugar mixed together. It's so nice. There is like this cotton candy sweetness element. There is a little bit of like a bakery cupcake kind of feel to this as well, meets a perfume. I know that sounds weird, but there is like a perfumey element to this, but also still along like the sweet bakery side, if that makes sense. So nice. So that was going in alternating warmers downstairs. Okay, we need to talk about some villains. I got through, this was random. I got through some villains. Okay, let's talk my thoughts here. My absolute favorite went into my club, is going to stay in my club, is the Mistress of Evil scent. These scents are still currently available. If you are not interested in picking them up in the bundle because they only come in a 3-pack, if you're only interested in one of them, you can add them to your Scentsy Club. Scentsy Club is the subscription service that Scentsy offers. One of the many perks is that when limited time fragrances like these, when they retire, Scentsy will continue to make them for you and send them to you for as long as they're in your subscription. So this one is my favorite. I had it going all throughout the downstairs. It's so good. What I will say about all of these scents, they're like medium to light as far as performance goes. They're not gonna knock your socks off. If you're someone who you really like your scent to be strong, punch you in the face, this is not gonna be the collection for you, at least in my experience. Like I said, I find them to be medium. I would say this one here, Mistress of Evil and Just One Bite, you can get to that in just a sec. I would say that that's more the medium range, but Poor Unfortunate Souls, what I will say, and I will report back, I only used 1 cube on this one, but this was in my bathroom and it was light, pretty much non-existent for me personally. But like I said, I am going to report back. I have the rest of the bar to use, so I have some ideas on changing rooms or locations to see if this scent will perform better. This was a very light scent, and then these ladies were more medium. So, but Mistress of Evil, even if it stays a medium strength, I'm okay with it, because it just smells so good. So funny, because I thought this one was the one I was going to like the least. Just One Bite. This one is another like good, solid, medium strength, I would say. And this smells to me like an apple pie meets a cherry pie. I find there is apple and there is cinnamon in this, but there's also an added, almost extra sweetness that I get, that I almost get like cherry from this. So, excuse me. So it's good. Once again, it's medium, but and it's so funny because when these ladies first launched, I actually immediately added Ursula into my club. And what's funny is I actually just removed her and I added Mistress of Evil and Just One Bite. So that's pretty funny how when you get the bars, you warm them, how your thoughts and preferences may change just a bit. So got through those. This one, I'll still be reporting back on Ursula. Okay, and also I got through a bar of sugar, speaking of. And this just smells like Aquilina's Pink Sugar. It smells like a cotton candy perfume. It's really nice. Once again, this one's in my club and it's gonna stay there. One thing I'm sad that is not in my club, actually, believe it or not, is Salted Lavender. This one was from the international collection that we had launched over the summer. This one, when I first warmed it, it was like almost non-existent. I even warmed it in my bedroom when I first warmed it, and it was, I couldn't smell it. Like, it was one of those, like, day one, I didn't smell it. Nothing. So then I was just like, I don't need this. I do have a couple more bars of this, and I don't know. I was just feeling like, well, let me grab this. And so I put it in the bedroom again, and it performed so much better. Now, was this like a week-long fragrance? Obviously not, because you can see I got through some scents here, but this was probably a 2 to 3 day warm, and I could easily smell it. Like, I remember that first night thinking, holy cannoli, I can actually smell what's happening in here. Like, it's so funny how sometimes when you let bars sit, because sometimes if you let the bars cure a little bit longer than right when you first get them, it gives the oils a chance to cure and to really set into the wax. So sometimes if you have your bars for a longer period of time, you may find a better performance later on, if that makes sense. That's not always the case with Scentsy, but in this particular case, unless it was just a fluke thing where like the first time I got a bar with like 0 fragrance and this one actually did really well, it could be one of 100 million things. But I'm kind of sad that this one's not in my club now, because this is like the perfect bedroom scent. Salted lavender, but that's okay because Lord knows I've got enough bars. Okay, next one, and then we'll talk about the golden mixture of the week. Luna. I got through a bar of Luna. This is just a really good classic floral fragrance that you can't go wrong with. This is one that I always feel like I want to have at least 1 bar of on hand, because when I feel like I want to have just a pretty floral scent, this is one I can easily reach for and I know I'm always going to be in the mood for. So pretty. I feel like this is a perfect bathroom, bedroom scent, or if you just like pretty floral scents, this is good basically anywhere in the house. But this is just like I said, like a classic floral. This is like, it's a sweeter floral. If you guys have been with me for any amount of time, you know I'm kind of picky when it comes to florals. A lot of florals can be a little too powdery for my preference, but this one is more of a sweeter floral. There's sweet pea in this, there's jasmine. It's just, I feel like it's really, really pretty and not overdone, and the performance is just perfect. Okay, let's talk about this mixture, you guys. Okay, I was feeling like, all right, I really want to warm this bar, but I'm not really in the mood for what this type of scent is. And then I was like looking on my bar wall here, doing some shopping. I was like, wait a minute. And then it caught my eye. So we are going to talk about Fresh Ice. So Fresh Ice is obviously the National Hockey League inspired fragrance. And this is more of a, it's a minty kind of fragrance. Is this peppermint or wintergreen? I can never differentiate the different minty fragrances because I like them, they're fine. I don't love them. Like if I could only warm peppermint scents for the rest of time, like I would warm it like that. It would be fine. I would enjoy it. I would have a smile on my face and it would be fine. But is this like my go-to? Is this what I love? No, it's not. You guys know I'm a bakery girl and I just, like, they're fine. I appreciate them. I don't hate them. But if there was one fragrance that I chose to do without for the rest of my life, it would be like the minty fragrances. But I just felt like, well, what if I mix like a vanilla based scent to it? So you can see here in this, oh, it was so good, you guys. So I mixed Fresh Ice with Caramel Vanilla Delight. Now what I will say, I'm sorry, you can't get Caramel Vanilla Delight anymore. It is in my club, so it's gonna stay there forever and ever. This is a very rich, oh, it's so good. Why did Scentsy do away with this one? This is a very rich, sweet, caramel, vanilla based fragrance, and it performs amazingly. I would say if you are wanting to do this kind of a mixture, I would suggest doing like vanilla bean buttercream or sugar cookie, or even the brand new Brick, the salted caramel toffee. Doing like a mixture with that would be so good. Oh man, I will tell you, I had 0 expectations for this mixture. I was just like, meh, let's see what happens. So I was like, all right. This smelled so good. So good. Insanely good. So I have some left here and I'm happy because I am happily going to do this mix again. I was actually like, when this was warming at first, I was just like, am I gonna add the hockey bar to my club? And I don't think I'm going to, because I have some other peppermint scents from last year. Like I've got the Olaf brick, I have the other peppermint brick from last year and stuff like that. But this, I will say that this, and now it's got me thinking too, like I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. This mixture was so good, you guys. Amazing. I think honestly, if there was going to be any minty kind of fragrance that was going to go into my club, it probably wouldn't be this one. It would probably be the marshmallow mint cocoa that's available in a brick right now. That would probably be the one that would go into my club. I have yet to warm the bricks, by the way, but that will definitely be coming up here pretty soon. So definitely the next what have I been warming we'll be talking about some bricks. But holy cannoli, let me know if you have done any mixing with the hockey bar. Let me know. Have you tried to add any like bakery elements to this? Because if you like bakery, do it. It is so good. Like I said, vanilla bean buttercream, sugar cookie, the new caramel brick scent, do it. It's divine. So, so good. So that was really good. All right. There we have it, friends. And I know, I go through a lot of wax. I have a lot of warmers. I change out my wax every 2 to 3 days. It just depends. But like some things like will only last a day, and I have like, there's different areas of my house where I am warming. So it's not like I'm going through this like every 2 to 3 days. It's in all different areas of my house because I have a crap ton of warmers. So, and I love it. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.